All right, guys, it is that time, the moment that most of us have been waiting for. It's time to relive 1985. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and breakdown on these bad boys right here. This is the Air Jordan 1 High 85 black and red, or banned, or bred, or unbanned. I don't know what they're calling them at this point. It's the OG one. First things first, major shout out to Shoe Palace for the activation that they're holding on this particular release. They were not listed on the 23 stores, but they are part of the release. So I think that's awesome. They actually had a really cool event. We highlighted it on social media. So select people were able to get early access to these bad boys, but don't worry, if you did not get that early access, they are going to be available on release date, which by the time you're watching this is probably today. So if you are in the Bay Area, make sure that you follow Shoe Palace so that you're updated and aware of everything they've got going on. They don't just have things for Jordan Brand, they've got things for all kinds of. So if you're into sneakers, stay tuned. As for the shoe itself, these guys right here have been retooled once again. And by once again, I mean even when you compare them to the previous 85 cut releases, even the tooling is retooled. The tooling meaning the midsole and the outsole, it is actually different. This stuff right here is as close to the original 85 version of the shoe as possible. But which one? Good question, because there's a slew of those things out there and they were manufactured at so many different factories that there is not a definitive style or cut of the Air Jordan 1. So that's something that a lot of people are talking about, like this heel portion right here. You guys see it's been lowered a little bit. All I know is that the overall shoe is the best that they've done so far, and you can't really do anything but, you know, give them a round of applause. They kicked ass with this release. The release itself, you guys should already know how I feel about this. I don't feel like anybody should really have to jump through hoops, and I really don't think that keeping product away from the actual fans is a good move in any sense of the imagination. So I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Alrighty then.
But anyways, the outsole is still the greatest traction of all time. Moving on up, the midsole is a rubber cup sole. Like I said before, it's been retooled, so it's different than the previous 1985 Air Jordan 1 releases. And again, it looks awesome. Like every original pair of Jordan 1s that I've seen in hand, this looks and feels most like it, which I think is great. Inside of that rubber cup sole is a polyurethane wedge. Inside that polyurethane wedge is an encapsulated air sole unit. They actually depict that on the card that they come with, which is very much an original feature. Now, if you were to take out the insole, you would see that they're board lasted. Board lasting is OG torsion support. They actually did this in all of the shoes that don't have shank plates or carbon fiber plates or any plate whatsoever, because at the time they didn't have plates. So that is what they use to make the shoe stiff, rigid, and untwistable while your body is in motion. Now that insole is one of the things that's very different than previous 85 cut Air Jordan 1s. It's no longer polyurethane. I don't know if this is exactly like what they used in the original. All I will say is that it is not something that I love. I don't love the change. I understand if it is closer to the OG, I get that. But comfort wise, it's a lot thinner. The foam itself is just a really open-celled foam. It's very similar actually to what they use in the padding of the tongue. So that thing will bottom out super fast. Having that small change there also alters the fit a little bit. I'll get into that later. But what I do love is the top liner, or the lining itself. It's kind of that terry cloth type of feel, just like an original pair. If you actually look at the bottom of the insole, there's a small Easter egg there, because the very first pair of Air Jordan 1s to ever have been manufactured was actually in South Korea. And on the bottom of their insole, there was this marking there in kanji. It was not in Chinese, which is what this new one is, because that's where these are manufactured. And it originally translated to very good quality. And I'm paraphrasing here because I don't have the original with me. But I'm talking about the original, like the very first pair made, not just the original run of Air Jordan 1s, because like I said before, they were manufactured all over the damn place. So I thought that little Easter egg was really cool. If you actually pull up your phone on your camera setting, it'll actually translate that for you, and it just says excellent quality. Now, is excellent quality the case here with this particular shoe? I will say, yes, it is. But I've said this many times before. I know a lot of people dog on the 85 cut Air Jordan 1s. They say that the leather is stiff, it's cheap, it's garbage, all that stuff. And I've been saying this whole time, I'm like, no, it's not. It's actually good leather. It's thick cut leather. It's premium performance grade leather. You know, the that we used to actually play basketball in. And so I think that that's really great. This particular pair that I have in my hand is fully broken in. These things feel like a glove. It's awesome. That's what good leather does. It becomes a second skin the more that you wear it. So right now, are these guys stiff? Yes. Is that going to change the more that you rock them? Yes. The more that you wear them, are the better they're gonna get? Yes. And I cannot wait. Now, while the entire upper is great leather, the swoosh itself reverts back to the original, which is a synthetic panel. Am I mad about that? No, they're going for that. They are going for OG here, so can't be mad at it. The toe shape itself has been revamped yet again. I think that this is the best one yet. When you look at the top-down view specifically, it looks perfect. Like if you were to look at these ones, you see that weird square piece right at the tip? Like what is that? That's from 1994, not from 1985. So I've always said like this feels more of like an amalgam of the first retro of the shoe and the original, whereas this, it's perfect. And for those of you guys wondering, yes, I still have my 2016 pair and there's no comparison, dude. These are fake in comparison to this. Like this is what I'm talking about. I wonder, remember that video that I made where it's on that bootleg? And I was just like, the best Air Jordan 1 Jordan Brand don't make. I wonder if they took that personally. Because all of a sudden we got these. And this is the best Jordan 1, period. Well, besides the original, okay? The original is still the best. But anyways, I busted these out because I was trying to show the difference in the toe. Totally different, you know what I mean? So I dig that. The materials on this 2016 pair are thin and they're textured and they do a great job making you think that this is premium stuff, but it's not. It's soft, just like shattered backboard. I get it. People think that soft means fantastic. Is it soft fantastic?
Depends.
This NBA era is soft. Is that fantastic?
Do you want your toilet paper soft? Yeah, you do.
I don't know. I kind of want mine to take everything off. You know what I mean? I want it to leave.
You want some sandpaper in there?
I don't want dingleberries being left behind. But yeah, the toe right here is fantastic. The heel collar is perfect as well. Like this looks great. That's another thing too. You pull up these. There is no comparison there, man. They did a great job with these. Even the laces, and they come with two, are very retro feeling. I know a lot of people overlook that. I think that it's very cool that they've done this. They look great. The tongue itself, nylon, the way that it should be. The tongue tag, that's something that they've actually revamped as well. It's something very small, so some people might not notice it, but the font is different. The way that it's, you know, digitally stitched in there is different. It really does replicate the originals really nicely. If you were to compare it to the previous 85 cut version, you would notice a slight difference. And if you would compare it to the 2016 version, there's a massive difference. One last thing, the interior collar right here, not only does it have that little number thing right there, this is an original feature. All of the originals said the factory that they were manufactured along with the size. That's something that they replicated on 2016. Look at how different that is. That's crazy. But it's the sculpting and the padding itself. It's very thick and it's very firm. It's very interesting. I love it. I think that it's going to wear really well when you hold an original pair that still has the padding like not f***ed up in there, because the padding like seizes up and crumbles and shit. But if you were able to hold a pair that is still intact and together, which I have, it feels just like this. They did a great job, man. Like I can't say that enough. The product is damn near perfect. I just wish that everybody could enjoy it. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, you could do one of two things. One, go true to size. You should be good as far as most people are concerned. The toe box, like I was saying before, is altered, so it's slightly wider. That insole is super altered. It's nowhere near as thick as the previous 85 cuts. It's very thin. So if you wear thin socks with these things, you're gonna feel like you're swimming inside the shoes. If you wear thicker socks, it'll fill up that space a little bit. You'll be good to go. That's why I say go true to size for most. Some people though, especially if you have a narrow foot, you're gonna wanna go down half a size. I'm just warning you now. These things are not cheap on the aftermarkets and stuff like that. So, you know, fingers crossed. I hope that you guys grabbed your size and properly. But if not, that is my recommendation. Most people should go true to size. But if you have a slim or narrow foot, or you just like a really snug fit, go down half a size and you should be good. With all that being said, damn, I'm so glad I could smell again. These smell good. But what is today's question of the day?
Given your current health
and
the weather, what is everyone's best soup to get over a cold? But you can't choose chicken noodle or tomato.
Man, I can't say the damn thing. I still can't say
Carne
it.
and su jugo?
I think so. So yeah, I just learned how to make that, and that is delicious. I would go with that. Also, we just had pozole. I get made fun of for the way I say this too, but pozole, like we there's the red one, but we just had the green one, the pozole verde, right? And like that, man, either of them, any of those three, you're good to go. The pozole verde that we had chicken in it. And then the carne
and su jugo.
that is, as the name states, meat, like red meat. So that's beef. So it depends on what you want. I had a craving for soup, but also red meat. And so I made
carne and sahugo.
Thank you.
Just have everybody make fun of me. Thanks.
It's better than them making fun of me this time. It happens too often. But what about you guys? There's some kind of wicked ass flu going around, and trust me, I had it. I thought I was gonna die. And so, yeah, if you guys are sick, or when you're sick, what kind of soups do you guys actually like to have? If you have like a great remedy, leave it down below in the comment section. I would love to make it, because I could use it right now. I'm still f***ed up. I just found out right now that I can smell again. So I'm living it up. But thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you run into me during the whole All-Star thing, like I will be in town, and hopefully I see some of you guys there. If you do, say what's up. And thank you once again. I'll catch you guys in the next one. So until then, y'all have a good one.